Every child has hidden potential. Together, let's learn how to recognize it. You reach out to comfort your crying toddler, and they push you away, arms stretched toward your partner instead, screaming "Daddy" or "Mommy" like you're a complete stranger. It stings, even when you know it shouldn't. And if this happens over and over, day after day, it can start to feel deeply personal. Stay with me till the end, because what's actually behind this has almost nothing to do with who loves who more, and understanding it might change how it feels the next time it happens. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're talking about why toddlers suddenly seem to have a favorite parent, why this shifts over time, and what it actually says, and doesn't say, about your relationship with your child. Let's start with the age this usually shows up. Somewhere between 1 and 3 years old, toddlers become noticeably more independent, more opinionated, and more able to clearly express what they want. And it turns out, that includes expressing exactly who they want to. This isn't limited to parents either. You'll often notice the same intensity show up around favorite colors, favorite foods, favorite clothes, even a favorite cup. Choosing a favorite parent, at this stage, fits right into that same broader pattern. Here's the part that reframes everything. As babies grow, they become increasingly aware of the different people they rely on, and they may start showing a stronger preference for one familiar person in certain situations. That doesn't mean one parent is loved more. It means, in that specific moment, one relationship simply feels like the safest, most familiar place to land. There are a few common reasons this preference shows up, and none of them are really about love at all. One of the biggest factors is simply time spent together. Whichever parent is around more often, especially during comfort-focused moments like naps, meals, or bedtime, tends to become the go-to person, purely because that pattern feels familiar and predictable. Interestingly though, it can work the opposite way too. Sometimes a toddler favors the parent who's away more during the day, almost like they're making up for lost time the moment that parent walks through the door. Another factor is routine itself. Toddlers generally feel calmer with sameness, the same person doing bath time, the same person doing the bedtime song. It's not that they dislike the other parent doing it, it's that consistency itself feels more secure to a toddler's still developing sense of the world. And here's something that might genuinely surprise you. Sometimes, a toddler who feels secure with both parents may feel comfortable enough to strongly express which parent they want in that particular moment, almost like they trust that love from the rejected parent isn't going anywhere, so it feels safe to lean toward the other one right now. It's also worth understanding what not to do here, because reactions can unintentionally make this phase last longer or feel more intense. If the rejected parent reacts with visible hurt, guilt, or frustration, and the preferred parent reacts by feeling flattered or overly protective of that role, both reactions can accidentally reinforce the exact pattern you're hoping will ease up. The most helpful approach tends to be staying calm and neutral, from both sides, not pulling away hurt, and not leaning too far into being the favorite either. So what actually helps during this phase? A few small things tend to make a real difference. The non-preferred parent can keep showing up consistently, calm, warm, and available, without forcing connection or taking rejection personally in the moment. Setting aside dedicated one-on-one time, even just 10 or 15 minutes a day, tends to rebuild that sense of familiarity gradually. And the preferred parent can gently include the other, rather than stepping in every single time to rescue the moment, which can unintentionally reinforce the pattern further. The most important thing to remember through all of this phase is temporary, and it's genuinely common. Most families go through some version of it at some point. It shifts, sometimes gradually, sometimes suddenly, and it often swings the other direction entirely as your child grows and their needs change. So the next time your toddler pushes you away reaching for your partner instead, try to remember, that's not a reflection of how much they love you. It's simply where their sense of safety is pointing, in that exact moment, and that moment is going to keep changing as they grow. If this helped reframe things, comment favorite below and tell me which parent your toddler tends to prefer right now, and if it's ever switched. And if you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe, because next time, We're covering exactly how to handle it when your toddler rejects a grandparent or caregiver they used to love spending time with.